If you look at what's going on in New York City, the cops are mad. If you look at the NYPD, they are not happy at all. And now, many of them wants to track down migrants who attack cops and will present evidence to grand jury to charge them. Days after setting them free, they all fled to California. It seems like they're not going to flee to Texas. They're not going to flee to Florida. They're not going to go to Nevada. Those are not going to be places where they want to flee. They went to Cali, which is one of the perfect places. Super left, extremely lenient, so lenient that they even have open air drug markets for free. So yeah, I kind of see what's going on here, and I see why many New Yorkers right now are really frustrated, especially the law enforcement. I mean, you literally have some of your cops get beat up on the streets, and pretty much all the people who beat you up gets to go scot-free. There is no bail, there is no trial, they just get let out within just a few hours. I mean, essentially migrants are being treated better than some of our own citizens. I mean, if you try to do this in New York City, like if you attack a cop like the way these guy did, you're definitely in like jail for like a few years. Like it's a very, very serious thing. Like you don't mess with the NYPD. But for some reason, I guess, if you come from thousands of miles away and you beat up a couple NYPD officers, it's cool. So this is why everyone's really frustrated, right? It seems like this standard where if you are born and raised in New York City, you don't get anything. But I guess if you came from a migrant country, you could do anything. So if you look at this, New York City migrants arrested for assaulting police officers fled to California upon release. And because they fled to California, it sparked a lot of outrage. Now you also have a lot of people out there, especially in the NYPD department, who want to track these people down and pretty much present them to a jury and charge them, because I feel like this is legitimately like an actual crime. And if you look into this and go to the New York City subways, look at this homeless man on the subway. Definitely broke, nowhere to stay, and I'm sure he was probably born in New York City. And it's a person who happens to be an American. If he were a immigrant here in New York City, he'll get a room at the luxury Roosevelt Hotel, 3 hot meals a day. And by the way, the Roosevelt Hotel is in Manhattan, and the hotel looks great. And $1,000 a month of bank card. So that's why it's bugging a lot of New Yorkers. People who are born and raised in New York, people who are homeless or struggling, or families who are not making enough money and their neighborhood is getting gentrified and they have to leave, are getting little to no assistance. In fact, people who get pushed out of neighborhoods, even though they're working class because they can't pay this sky-high rent, they get no incentives. Why not help them? Why not give them a little bit more money? Maybe help them pay their rent every once in a while. But no, it seems like New York City is spending all their money on the migrant crisis, something that they are not prepared to do so. And the city is handing out $53 million in prepaid credit cards to migrant families. And that's not just $53 million and that's it. It's like a month, because it's $1,000 a month for several hundred families. And they're going to be handing out more. This is just the beginning. And it seems like New York City just doesn't really have that great of a plan. Many of their plans are very short term. They don't really do anything. Like, what are we going to do after this money runs out? Like, borrow more money from the federal government? I don't think so. And this is what's making everyone frustrated here. And then also, there's also like, pickpocketing going on, with shoplifting going on. And cops state that they've never seen this much shoplifting in their lives. And the reason why is because, one, some of the migrants are still in shelter, some are getting evicted, some are sleeping on the streets. It is a mess right now. Seems like New York doesn't know what in the world they're doing. Let's see what happens, okay? Many sanctuary cities, if you guys think New York City is bad, just go to Denver. Their hospital systems are now overrun because it's a city of less than 700,000 people, and they took in 30 to 50,000 people. But so far, we're going to be seeing more drama coming in and unfolding from the migrants who attacked the 2 NYPD officers. And of course, New Yorkers are not happy at all with the mayor right now. Everyone's mad. Thanks for watching, guys. Comment below, and see you later.